Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be reviewing Soph's new collection with Makeup Revolution. This will be the first makeup collection of hers that I'm reviewing, so I'm really excited to try it out. I have found that Makeup Revolution can be a bit hit or miss, but from what I've heard, their collaborations tend to be better. So I'm really excited to try these products out. I am a huge fan of Soph, but as always, my opinions are going to be completely honest on this collection. So just before we dive right in, I quickly just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who has recently subscribed to my channel. There was another little influx recently, and for all the love on my 5-minute craft hack video. If you didn't know, the Welsh twins featured it in their trying your 5-minute craft hacks video, and honestly I'm still in a little bit of shock, but it's really cool, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has watched it and who has liked it and who subscribed. It means a lot to me, and if you haven't already subscribed, do consider it. But anyway, I'm gonna stop waffling on and let's just get straight into reviewing this collection. So the products I'm gonna be reviewing today are, of course, the Eyeshadow Palette, which looks like this. I didn't get the Mini Spice palette because I'm pretty sure all of the shades are within this palette anyway. I also got the highlighter in the shade Sugar Frosting, so it just looks like this. This was the lightest shade, and I didn't think it was necessary to get the other two because they would probably be a bit too dark for my skin tone. I am very fair, so I will just be trying out Sugar Frosting today. And then I got both of the lip kits, so I'll be trying both of these out today just so you can see what they look like. But anyway, I'm gonna start with the highlighter. As you can probably tell, I have my face makeup done, so I'm gonna do the highlighter and then I'll get into the eyes. Okay, I'm just gonna put the swatch clip in here. One highlighter is more of a silvery tone and the other is more of a goldish tone. Just looking at these, I feel like they might be a little bit light for me, but I always kind of underestimate how pale I am, so let's just see what they actually look like on my face. On the right hand side of my face, I'm going to use the one with the S, so this is the more kind of silvery tone. And I kind of like it on the apples of my cheeks. Whoa. Okay, that is bloody blinding. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm used to a very subtle highlighter. I'm not used to like proper blinding highlight, so I feel like this looks a bit strange. Hang on. I'm just gonna blend over it with my beauty blender. I just used this to do my foundation earlier. It makes my skin look very wet, which I like, but I've just collected it too much on the apples of my cheeks, so it looks a little bit strange. But I think that's just down to how I've applied it as opposed to the product itself, because I'm daft. Okay, let's just try and blend it a little bit on my cheek. To be honest, that actually looks really nice. If I'm being honest, when I saw it in the pan, I thought it might be a bit ashy, but it almost looks kind of gold on the skin. It's kind of hard to explain, but do be careful with these because it's blinding. I'm gonna try the more golden shade on the left side of my face. Go a little bit lighter with this one. So this one definitely comes up a lot more subtle. I think this is the kind of one that I would tend to use more on a daily basis. I think this would be really nice as an inner corner highlight, but for me, I don't typically go for a proper blinding highlight. I think it looks a little bit strange on me. But I do have to say it blended really nicely, and I do actually really like how it came out. In terms of the tone, this one is ever so slightly more golden, but they don't actually look that different. I feel like this one just looks a bit more subtle. Yeah, they're nice, I like them. I'm pleasantly surprised because I did think that this was gonna be a bit too ashy or a bit too light on me. I do forget how pale I am sometimes, but yeah. Thumbs up on the highlighters. Okay, so before I do the eyes, I am going to put down an eye base. So I got one from Revolution, and I also have my trusty one from Beauty Bay. So initially I just got this to get the free delivery from Revolution, but I also wanted to try a different primer from them because I've tried one before and I really didn't like it. But I thought that hopefully this would work well with their shadows. But like I said, I have tried one before and I didn't like the primer, so just so that I give the shadows the best chance possible, I'm also going to use my Beauty Bay eye base on my other eye, just to make sure that if there are any problems, they're not caused by a new eye primer, and then the whole review is ruined and oh, I don't know what we'd do then. So I'm gonna start with my right eye, and for my right eye, where is it? And for my right eye, I'm gonna use the Revolution Ultimate Eye Base. This is in the shade Light. I feel like I might bring you in a bit closer actually, hang on. so far so good. This is very thick. This is kind of like a concealer. I might have to blend this out with a brush. That got a little bit messy. I feel like if I was going to use this again, I would probably need to use it on a look where I'm doing my eyes first. Okay, these looks are actually going to be pretty simple, but I just want to focus on how well the colour goes onto my skin and how well it blends. Okay, to start, I'm going to use a fluffy brush and I'm going to go into Sunshine. I'm going to run this through my crease. Oh wow, that's actually pretty pigmented. I'm also going to bring it down onto my lid. I'm actually just going to use my finger and pack this onto my lid. Yeah, that's definitely working a bit better. I feel like yellow eyeshadows are the bloody fly. Sorry. I feel like yellow eyeshadows are one of the hardest eyeshadows to get right. And to be honest, I'm actually very impressed with how this is coming out. I'm just going to switch to a smaller and more dense brush to do the crease, particularly that inner corner of the crease. It was going on just a little bit patchy with the bigger brush, but I feel like that's kind of to be expected with a big fluffy brush and a colour like yellow. Okay, I can see my veins and it's definitely a tiny bit patchy. It looks quite dry on my eyelid. I am going to reserve judgment on the shadows. I think it's probably more likely to be the eyeshadow base, but in terms of colour payoff and blendability, this is actually really nice. I'm very impressed with the colour payoff of this. I'm just going to keep packing that on. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Cocktail on a little liner brush and I'm going to mix it with some setting spray and I'm going to use that to create a line in my crease. I look like one of those wee me things. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, I'm just going to... This is the problem with having hooded eyes. So it's very hard to get like a nice straight point to your wing, but we'll get there, don't worry. As Soph likes to say, trust the process. Do you know what I need to get is like one of those really tiny thin paintbrushes to do detailed liner work. Because this one, even though it looks small, it's just so thick. I might clean it up with a bit of concealer, but for now that seems okay. Let me just darken it a bit. Oh god, I've made it worse. Let me just make it a bit thicker up here. I'm just going to use a little bit of the eye base and a small concealer brush and I'm just going to clean up that edge. That'll do. It's fine. It will do. And just taking a small pencil brush and a little bit more of Cocktail, I'm going to go under my lower lash line. Finally, I'm going to take the shade Mirror Ball and I'm just going to apply that to the inner half of my lid. Okay, artistry aside, I actually think those worked really nicely. I really like the colours. They work well together. I don't have any complaints about those shades. I think that came out pretty well. Just this bit aside. It could be better, but to be honest, I'm not very good at liner anyway, so I think I did a good job, all things considered. So for this eye, I'm going to use my Beauty Bay eye base. This is in base 2, is it? Yeah, this is in base 2. Okay, so for this eye, I'm going to follow a very similar principle, but I'm going to use the pinks and purples. So first I'm going to go in all over my lid with the shade Lockdown. And again, I'm going to use a big fluffy brush to start. And like with the yellow, I'm going to pack it onto my lid using my finger. Okay, straight away I'm impressed with that shade because when I first put it on, I could barely see it and I thought it wasn't going to show up, but it's really buildable, which I don't tend to find with pastel shades. I feel like they can very easily go patchy and just look a bit rubbish when you try and build them up, but the colour is just getting more intense the more I build it up, which is really good. Okay, and I'm pretty much going to attempt to do the same liner thing on this eye with the shade Lover. And same again, I'm going to take Lover under my lower lash line. These pink shades are so beautiful. They're just so pretty. And finally, I'm gonna take the shade Dreamy for the inner half of my left eye. Yeah, these shimmer shades are very, very creamy. So if I remember, I'll link it on the screen, but when I did my Revolution review and I tried one of their, what was it, Regeneration palette? I think it was Revolution Pro. I absolutely hated it, especially like some of the shimmer shades. They were so creamy, but they just did not show up at all. But these are like what I was hoping that those shades would be. Oh my god, that is so pretty. This reminds me of that shade in the Nikki Tutorials Beauty Bay palette that I think it's Pride. Just like really creamy and really kind of iridescent. It's really nice. This one is more kind of lilac-y, whereas Pride is more pinky. Okay, I'm quickly gonna go and apply my mascara and then I'll be back to do the lips. Okay, so I added a little bit of white liner into my lower waterline and obviously some mascara. I did actually cut the crease again so I could just thin out this top line here, and then I just added the shadow back on top. I just wanted this line to be a bit thinner, to be honest, and I think it looks a bit better this way. So yeah, that's what I did. So moving on to the lip kits, I think I'm gonna go with this one today. So I'm gonna try Toffee Drizzle out first because the eyeshadow look is quite intense as it is. So I don't wanna go too overboard and have a dark color on the lips as well. So you get a lip liner and a lip balm in each. And Toffee Drizzle is this kind of brownish red color, which looks really, really pretty actually. I think it would be nice with a really neutral eye. But yeah, I'm just gonna overline my lips and apply the lip balm and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is Toffee Drizzle, and I do have to say the lip liner was really smooth, really nice to go on. The lip balm feels really nice. It kind of feels similar to the NARS lip balm, you know, the Afterglow lip balms, which I know Soph likes, so I wonder if that was one of her inspirations behind this. I did notice that putting the lip balm on, the colour definitely built the more you kind of rubbed it in, so that was quite nice as well. And yeah, I think this is a really nice color. On me, it's a good sort of brick red, so if you wanted to do more of a neutral 90s kind of look, this would be a great color to go for. But yeah, very comfortable, very easy to apply. So I'm just quickly going to remove this and then I'm going to try Candy Icing. Okay, so Candy Icing is much more of a pink shade and it's the kind of color that I tend to go for on a daily basis, so I'm interested to see how this looks. Just straight off the bat, this is a little bit more of a peachy pink than I was expecting, but I do really like the shade. I don't think I actually have one that's exactly like this. Okay, this is pretty much my lip shade. It's slightly pinker and slightly peachier. It's not typically, if I'm being honest, it's not really what I would actually wear on a daily basis. I think it's a bit too pink for me, but it's definitely a nice shade. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the tiniest bit of Toffee Drizzle and I'm gonna overline and then blend it in to see what that color would look like. I think this is the shade that I would go for, is a little bit of Toffee Drizzle lip liner with the Candy Icing lip balm. I like both separately on their own, and I would definitely wear Toffee Drizzle when I wanted to have more of a statement lip, but I think the Candy Icing lip set was just slightly too peachy and too light for me, so I'll probably use the liner and the lip balm separately, but together I probably won't use them again. But that being said, the products themselves are really nice. I do really like them. Alright guys, this is the final look, so comment down below, let me know which side is your favorite. Overall views on the collection, I am very pleasantly surprised, and I don't mean that as anything bad against Soph, it's just with Makeup Revolution I am always a little bit skeptical just because I have had bad experiences with their eyeshadows before. However, this palette is absolutely beautiful. The colors blended lovely. They went on really pigmented, which I was very surprised about considering I used a yellow and a very light lilac color. I do find that those kinds of colors are a lot harder to get to show up on your skin. So considering how well they performed, I am very, very pleasantly surprised. I also really like the highlighter. Like I said, I like the more golden side because it was slightly more subtle. but both sides were absolutely beautiful. They looked really nice on my skin tone. So if you're super pale like me, then the sugar frosting highlighter was really nice and does actually really suit the skin tone. And the lip kits, I don't think either are my kind of daily go-to nude colors. However, I already have so many nude lip liners and lipsticks, I don't really need any more, and I really like the colors. I'm actually surprisingly a little bit more excited about Toffee Drizzle just because it is that perfect kind of 90s brick red type of shade without being really intense, so I'm definitely going to use that in the future. But overall, I think the collection was absolutely beautiful. To be honest, I know I said I was hesitant because it was Makeup Revolution, but like I said, I had heard that their collaborations were good, and also it was Soph, and I didn't think she was going to put her name on something she didn't believe in. So congratulations to Soph. It's an absolutely beautiful collection and I would recommend buying it. I think everything is a really good price point and I genuinely think it's worth the money. But I think that's it for now. So like I said, comment down below and let me know which side you prefer. Let me know if you have bought the collection or if you're thinking of buying the collection. And also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and if you found it helpful. So if you enjoyed this video, then please do consider subscribing. Everything I do on this channel is makeup and beauty and skincare related, so you will find a lot more content that you enjoy, I'm sure. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Thank you so much for watching the video and I will see you in my next one. Bye!